7:30 in the morning. I'm just starting to get up. I got over here last night after a shift at work, and I pitched as it got dark, and I switched that light on behind me, and it just turned into a mid-geologist, so I couldn't film. I had to get that light off, get my midgie net on, then inside my sleeping bag, and that's been it for till this morning when it's got light. But they've cleared off now. Absolute nightmare. But I'm pitched at Starhead Tarn. I've never pitched here at all. I can't believe that I've never pitched here, and the ground's crap. You've got to hammer the pegs in, and I'll not be pitching here again. No way. It's like Heathrow Airport up there. It's been non-stop. I mean, I've been here for about 12 hours, and there hasn't been a gap between these planes at all. It's just been plane after plane after plane. So yeah, I've been here, I've been here 12 hours, and I haven't switched my stove on once. I haven't had a cup of tea or anything. So it's time to put that right. Oh, finally a cup of tea. 12 hours I've waited for that. And the cinnamon flavoured porridge smells amazing. I've just had a taste of it. I don't eat that at home, but oh God, and the welcome just blows you away. It's perfect way to start the day. So hopefully this will be a 2-nighter. I'll go higher up now, and we'll see what happens. Nothing's ever set in stone, but I'm going higher up. This is just a stepping off point. So yeah, I haven't been getting over to the fells, and what it's been mostly is it's been wind, rain and poor visibility over here, so there wasn't much point really. It's been the moors and the dales, so I'll show some of that. Spoiler, I did get the Northern Lights, so that was one of the things I wanted to tick off on my 2-month break, and yeah, it's been amazing. Howdy, it's 9:10, and I've just got here and I've just found out I've got no pegs on me. They're in the boot of the car. I didn't put them back in the brain with my rucksack, but I still have my Rabbit MPV, so I'm just going to get round tonight by that. But there is rain forecast, but I'll use the stairwell for a bit of shelter. I've got my waterproofs on ready, but now I'm not going back to the car. I'll go back to the car this morning, in the morning. But yeah, the sun's been active, and I just found out last night, that there could be the Northern Lights, so I'll probably be up most of the night anyway, and I'll just make the most of it. Then I'll get back to the car, and because I was going to be out for 2 nights, it's the Mercedes meteorite shower tomorrow night as well. But I still might go out tomorrow night, but what I might do is I might go back to the car, because I'm going back to the car, shoot off home, rejig the gear, and get out for that. Yeah, I was looking for me, where's my pegs, and then they're in the boot of the car. I was really looking forward to setting that new shelter up as well. Lesson learned though. I mean, I'm just glad I'm not like cornered somewhere, having to pitch. That's something I really will be watching out for. You know, if you needed to get out of it and you ain't brought your pegs, then you are going to be in trouble. It's about 5 to 12, and I've just been watching the meteorites, and I think it's been the Northern Lights, I'm not sure. I want to stop for about another hour, and I'm going to go back to the car, and then we'll try again later on today and get a proto wild camp done. It's nearly 11 o'clock, 11 p.m, and I'm pitched at the Hole of Horcum. So I've just had a beautiful, well, it was about 2 hours ago, sunset, vivid sunset, and that was predicted by the news. It was saying it would be because of the fires in North America. The dust particles have got here, and then the moon rise was superb as well. That was like red, probably because of the same thing, the dust. But there's going to be a super moon tomorrow, so Yeah, I haven't been getting to the lakes. I mean, just basically all this week it's windswept washout. All next week it's more or less. That's all it's been. It's just been wind, rain, wind, rain. And I'd planned like for a break in the weather so I could get like a few nights in, you know, but that never happened. But the good thing is this chest infection, I've kicked it. I haven't took anything for it for over a week. But the amount of stuff that's come up, it's been unbelievable. Well, now that it's loosened up with the cough and everything, now it's gone. So I'm happy about that. So yeah, Skelton Tower, I'm going to talk about that in the morning when I get up. I'm just going to get settled now. But yeah, Skelton, I will say this, it was amazing. I got the Northern Lights, so that was the 11th of August. But I'll talk about that in the morning. I'm just going to get settled now. Have a cup of tea, bite to eat maybe. Then get my head down, watch a movie. Yeah, I just poured boiling hot water into the noodles in the pan, left it for 15 minutes. Then it just heated this pan up. And yeah, it's alright. Good morning. It's nearly 7 o'clock. Yeah, I was going to say about Skelton Tower. So that was a week ago. The 11th of August that was. I stayed till 2:45 in the morning. So I switched my good camera on after about, it was after midnight if I remember rightly. As soon as I switched my good camera on, I could see it was a full-on Northern Lights. Plus I was getting like the meteorites. That was amazing. There was bats flying through me torchlight, and yeah, it was amazing. But I did have like an uneasy feeling. Something didn't feel right. I couldn't put my finger on it, but something just. So once I'd stopped filming, I thought I'm not staying for the night. Now I've stopped there many times, Skelton Tower, but this time something didn't feel right. So 3:15 I set off away from there, back to Levisham. And anybody who's been to Skelton Tower will know that if you're walking back from Skelton Tower towards Levisham, there's like an initial steep rise, and then it's just flat all the way. So I got to the top of that steep rise. There wasn't a breeze or anything. It was silent. And to my left, something caught my eye, and it was like a bright light, you know. And I thought, oh, that must be a walker, you know. I strange, because I've been along that path. I should have seen that headlight. You know, ages back I should have seen it, but anyway, the paths are diversion, so like we were going to meet whoever it was, you know, and then it started moving faster. So this was head height, yeah, started moving faster. So I must be somebody on a push iron. This is 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, on a bike, on a mountain bike. And then I'd say about a couple of minutes before we would have diverged, it just, this light went off to the distance. I thought, oh, something doesn't feel right about this. So I switched my head torch off and picked up the pace. Thought, I'm getting back to Levisham, something doesn't feel right here. And the light stopped. I thought, okay, fair enough. If that comes back, then there's a problem here. And sure enough, okay, it started coming back, didn't it? And quite fast as well. Now I couldn't hear anything, any noise. I want to say, and it got closer and closer. Couldn't hear anything, and it went up in the air. And I would describe it as a ball of light like this, with bits coming off all the way. I remember saying this, I've been watching too much of this bloody Close Encounters and UAP stuff. Yeah, which, you know, it's got to be a drone, but I couldn't hear anything. And then I felt as though it was trying to outflank me, you know, like sneak around behind me. I'd kept my eye on it. And then it went away, came back, then it went away, and then it came back. It's about 30 foot up in the air, no noise at all. So like, I was, it was a ball of light, and there was just something black in the middle of it. Now I was like, so, it was just fire and cold sweat. And I got back to the car, but I was fuming, you know what I mean? I thought, if somebody's has got a drone, they're going to be where I'm pitched here now. That's why I've come back here. It's exactly a week to the day, and I've just been watching out to see if somebody's is turning up with the drone, because if I was like, well, how long had they been there? I don't think it was just a coincidence that it bumped into me on a convergence, knowing the paths. For me, it was as if somebody was letting me know they were there. But how long had it been there? Had somebody been there watching me without the lights on? Because I never heard a single thing. Do you know what I mean? As soon as I got home, I was tired because I'd been up all night, so it was the next day. I just went down the rabbit hole of drones. So I know far too much now about drones than I ever needed to, until eventually I saw a lighting kit on a drone, and then I saw the footage of it. It was on one of the shorts, and it was exactly where I saw like the bits of light coming off and all that. And then I knew, yes, that's what it was. But it freaked me out. So I needed to come here today, just I don't know, I had to come here. But yeah, I never saw those cars pulling into that car park, switching the lights off and going off. So I've been watching them, not them watching me. But I just felt as though I've been getting stalked, you know. I mean, I was so angry when I got back to the car. I thought, I'm going to that car park, the Hole of Horcum car park, and I'm going to park in there and I'll see somebody with a drone. I'm going to boot off. But by the time I got to the car park, I just had to calm down. nothing like that's ever happened to me before, but it just shows you, you know, them drones are quiet and it's just opening up a different thing altogether. And remember at Skelton Tower a few weeks ago, there was a wildcat from Wigan and a drone flew over and we both saw it. This was before it got dark, and he wasn't happy about that at all. So I would imagine he's had some sort of episode like I've had, maybe, I don't know. I'll talk about last night. So yeah, the sun set was amazing, and the moonrise and the sunrise out there now. But I've been getting a signal on and off, and the forecast is not good. There's weather warnings going out, so the forecast is for gale force winds, thunder and lightning, risk of flooding. It's the remnants of some hurricane coming in now. So I'm not risking my gear. I'm going to let my gear live to fight another day. I knew it was going to be breezy. That's why I never brought that new setup that I failed to pitch at Skelton Tower. I'm happy to say, after what happened. So I'm just I'll have some breakfast and we'll have a cup of tea, and I think it's going to be go home, maybe, and wait for a decent spell of weather before I get out. Let me gear live to fight another day. The old cinnamon porridge in there, this pan, but it's working a treat. Because when I did them curried noodles last night, what I did is I brought the noodles up, put them in this pan, boiled hot water in that one, poured it in, left it for 15 minutes, and it just softened them up and soaked up the water. Because I thought I'd put too much water in, I thought I'll just leave it and drain it off, and then just warmed it up, heated it up in this, and they were just dead fluffy and soft, the noodles. Sometimes I think they'd be a bit tough, but I think that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. When I do anything like that, I'll put it in here, some hot water, leave it for 15 minutes, like, so properly hydrate, and then reheat it, and then add the whatever it is, the curry sauce and the herbs or whatever. You can see that working a treat. It's just a brilliant lightweight option, that. Yeah, I don't think I've shown this knife. It's a Boga ADC. I can walk down the high street with that if I want. But it's a non-locking knife, but it's, I want to say, it's not going anywhere. It's not, but it's like a razor. It's absolutely razor sharp. I've got a few new knives. I'll have to show some of them. But yeah, beautiful. So I'm just going to wrap this one up now, and just wait for a weather window so I can get out. It's the lakes, that's where I want to be, but it's a write-off, and that's just this week. It's just been wind drain. It's almost a repeat of last year, really. Right, that's this one done. onwards. It's 20 to 10. My plan for today was to set off up a fell at 2 PM, so I had it meticulously timed to do that, to avoid the midday sun, because the MWIS was forecasting like a really hot day and a risk of sunburn, so I wanted to avoid that. And I got about a mile or so near the scales, the A66, and there'd been a car crash, so the traffic came to a halt. There was nothing coming the other way, and then as soon as I seen the fire engines, I just U-turned and came over to the Dales. I didn't fancy a campsite, otherwise I would have went to Horton and Ribblesdale. I had a couple of baby shams at the station, then walked along the viaduct past the station after that, and then just turned back, and I've pitched next to the viaduct. There's a cave with a brook coming out of it, like a string coming out of it, and then it's going underground. So I've just pitched there. But yeah, the A66, it's a nightmare, that road. There's often crashes there. So yeah, so fire engines, nah, nothing coming the other way. U-turn and come over to the Dales. Yeah, it's 6:15 in the morning. Time to get up. Yeah, I'm pitched in the DD Hammock Super Pyramid XL tent. It's the first time. What can I say about it? It's not a wiki up 3, it's very different. The wiki up 3, to all the guide points are reinforced. You know, it's built to take a beating, whereas this, I would only take it out in, you know, mild conditions really. I mean, it was breezy last night. It's handled alright, it's just that the guide points aren't reinforced. But that's not what I got it for anyway. I got it for, how can I say, just put it in the car, and then, like say last night, if I did go to a campsite and it's a you know, it'll just go up quickly, and I don't have to worry about it getting a hole burnt in it off somebody else's fire or barbecue or whatever. And for different types of camping that I want to do, if I want to have a fire, I don't have to worry about this one, because it's only cost £95, you know, so it's not the end of the world. What I was going to say about it, it rained heavily last night, and these seams, they're well taped, nothing got through at all. Condensation, people complained about, because it only has one vent. I would imagine I pitched with the vent into the breeze and then left the front door slightly open. I didn't pull the zip all the way down. I've had good airflow through, so I've got no condensation whatsoever. It's bone dry. But if I didn't have that breeze, then I would imagine, yeah, you are going to get that. I haven't got the inner, but I probably will get the inner at some point. And yeah, but so far, for what I want, no, it's not a bomber tent. This, I've got other tents for that. It's other things, other areas of me camping that I'm trying to sort out, getting different shelters. You know, I've got more shelters than this. So yeah, so I'm gonna have a cup of teas brewing, porridges, breakfast, then I'll get moving, because I'm not that far from the road. I want to say I was all over the place last night. I was. Didn't know what I was doing. It was one of them. Yeah, I was all over the place last night. I mean, I walked past the station, kept on walking, and I just turned back. I thought, where am I going to pitch here? Where am I going to pitch? And then I just ended up wandering over here, and then found this cave with the brook coming out, which I would say is only about 15 minutes walk from the pub or the road. So if you do get stuck over the lakes and you can't get a campsite, this might be an option, you know. But I would definitely say pitch late, pack early, because it is busy here, because you've got your 3 peakers and all the rest of it. So I'll be moving out of here sharply. But you've got running water, see. So you could maybe have a meal at the pub, and then you've got running water for the rest of your camp, and then boom, back the car away the next day. Yeah, I don't eat porridge at home. I just don't eat porridge at home. It's just something I would never eat. But cinnamon flavoured porridge and the sachets are here. It smells nice, it tastes gorgeous, and it's just perfect for this type of camping, where I need a cup of tea, something quick to eat, and I need to be away from here quickly. It's just, oh god, and it tastes. It's such a nice way to start your day, and it's easy. Just pouring your water from that into the titanium pan, and this is working so well. It's amazing. It's like there was at them ramen noodles last night. I've never had them before in my life, but pouring the water into here, over it, leaving it for 15 minutes, and then heating it back up. Oh yeah, I'll be having them again. Oh, it's just working so well, this. When you just don't want to be faffing about, spit my food out there. Just a quick cuppa, and then I'm going to move quickly and pack. It's a Sunday. I've only got one day off next week, which is the Wednesday, but I'll probably pop out after work. I don't know, it's just something easy. I don't think I'll be a fell. It'll be the mowers of the day, I think. So yeah, it was frustrating yesterday, but that's the A66 for you. And the roads in the Lake District. That archery is just crash after crash. Over the years I've seen all sorts. I've been stuck in traffic jam a few years ago after doing a fell, and they literally blocked off both sides of the A66, and it took them hours to cut them out, and they were taken away in a helicopter. It's just awful. It's just crashed. I've seen overturned caravans. That was in 1980. There was a few. There was about 12 of us, I think. There was a load of us packed in a car, and then there was two bikes, two GS Stout bikes. And I was actually on the back of one of them bikes, and we came over like a bit of a mound, and then there was an overturned caravan, brand new overturned, just blocking the road. We managed to get past, but the poor, I remember the woman, she was crying. Poor thing, it was a brand new caravan. Coming back from their holiday, that was the wind, blew it. So yeah, it's this terrible road. But yeah, and as soon as I seen them fire engines, boom, U-turned. I did a U-turn last year, and I ended up in Horton, Ribblesdale, and then I did a fell the next day. Yeah, it's a nightmare, horrible road, I hate it. I don't know how many 100 times I've done it, like, it's a nightmare. Right, that's enough waffle on from me. I'm going to drink this this tea. Boom, I'm out of here quickly, because it's going to get busy around here. This year you've got to pitch late and pack early here, for sure. I would say, or I am anyway. So yeah, 3 wild camps, 2 in the moors and 1 in the dales. So that one in the dales, what day is it today? It's Tuesday. So I should have been over here Saturday, and there was a car crash at Scales. So yeah, the 2 fire engines, the ambulances, everything, nothing coming the other way. It was just a U-turn. But I did enjoy that wild camp at the Dales, I have to say. I didn't enjoy me 2 pints in the station. It was horrible. The atmosphere was just, it was horrible. They were stressed to bits, the staff. But yeah, so when I got out of there, I walked all the way past the train station on my way up Whernside, and then I just came back because I just thought I'm just chasing it here. And then found that cave with the spring, which I've never pitched at before, so I really enjoyed that. And then the drive home was amazing. It was like the mist. It was like something out of a movie. You know, driving past the ruins and all that, and the mist floating across the road and stuff. It was amazing. So that was Sunday. Then Kate went into work yesterday, which was the Monday. Got a flyer. The only rostered day off was Wednesday. I asked for the Tuesday off. I had to wait until yesterday afternoon. I had to ring in before they could make a decision, and I got an unpaid day off for today. Otherwise it would have been the mowers, and I wanted to get one done on the fells because I don't want to be spamming loads of videos up. If you look at what I'm putting up, it'll just say fell after fell after fell, but there's a lot of other camping getting done. But my priority is the fells. Well, now I'm going to start showing some of the other wild camping. I've got loads of different shelters I've got, or I'm getting in, for different types of camping as well. Because I've already thought about the winter, because over here, the stuff I'm wanting to do now, I need good forecasts. And obviously that's not going to happen this winter. And then you've got the dark nights, it getting dark like 3:30 sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? And not getting light till after 8 o'clock and all of that. But I've already made plans for that, for over the moors and the dales. So there'll be big gaps of between what I upload. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to be out camping. I'm going to be out doing a lot of camping this weekend, this winter. Shit a shine as well. But not up on the fells. Because you just end up with damaged kit. And I've still got a lot of like shelters I want. I don't want to have to be replacing kit all the time because it's not cheap either. I want to move forward with my kit. There's some fantastic stuff coming out now, new stuff, new deals and that, and I want to move forward that way. So there will be big gaps. There will be big gaps. That's how I see it. Unless we have like a really mild winter or something, but I don't see that happening. I'll have one more brew, then I'll pack away, and we'll see what happens today. Hopefully a wild camp further up and get a fell done, a new one. It's 5:30. I got pitched about 4 o'clock on Rossett Pike within sight of the main cairn, so I'm really pleased about that. But I didn't think I was going to get here on time because there was a weather front following me all the way, and as it turned up it hit about 5 minutes after I got to the main cairn, just as I got there. So now it's high down, so it's a good feeling. So I've got the tent pitched, and there's like a stone seat out there. It's just sat there for ages in the rain. I just couldn't be, I was just knackered. I haven't sorted my gear out or my bedding or anything out yet. I've only had, well, I couldn't light my stove last night at all because of all the midges and everything that will turn up. I just had to get in the bag, midging it on, light off because it was attracting them, and get out of it. And then I've had I had 2 cups of tea at Star Tan and a sachet porridge, and I've had 1 cup of tea at Skelton Tower. That's all I've had. So I'm hungry and I need to get some fluid inside me. I've got 4 litres at Skelton Tower, so I need to hydrate now. I need to do that first and eat. And then when it gets dark, if I don't know if it's because of the time, they were like white gnats, nasty little swines they were. So I want to eat and get watered and fed before it gets dark, because I don't want to repeat the last night. That's going to be my first meal. 68 pence these cost, I'll have you know. I just leave them for 15 minutes. Then I warm this pan up. And then I add the sauce and the herbs. And it works real well. It's amazing how much water they soak up in 15 minutes. And just the texture and everything. It's just so much better. Quick taste. Yeah, it tastes really nice. It tastes like nothing I've ever tasted. I've seen footage before of people, you know, like, I don't know where it's Japan or countries like that, where they go into a cafe setting and then they get like some noodles like that and they eat it in like a cafe setting. Because I was thinking what gives there, but I can see why now. It tastes nice, it does. Especially when you're starving, like I am. It's really working on doing these felts. I'm not carrying frying pans up there. And I don't eat food like this down there. But up here, it works and it's fun. Just bringing something up that you've never tried before. It's just part of the fun, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna fill my boots. Yeah, butter and herb mash, I love this stuff. I'll have to start calling myself Mr. Potato Head or something. Or Spud for short. But again, it just works. It works up here. You know, there's streams everywhere. 4 litres of water. And unlike last night, because I didn't have a mesh in it, at that midge infested tarn, star-head tarn, I can cook. So I'm just, because I didn't cook last night, I've got more food than I need, so I'm just going to ram myself, because I've been hungry all day, but racing, trying to keep ahead of this weather front that's coming. Oh, I'm looking forward to this as well now. I'm just drinking loads of tea, get the old Netflix on, and then I'm looking forward to lying and listening to this rain tonight. It's good fun. Yeah, it smells and tastes absolutely amazing. Butter and herb mash, you know, when you're camping on a fell, just oh. Wow, what a treat it is, it really is. Weighs nothing, packs down to nothing. And then there's just streams everywhere up here, so it's just, yeah, you can just fill your boat. That's what I'm doing tonight. I've stuffed my face. I feel a lot better for it. More laid up. I've got 2 insulating jackets on, and I've got my waterproofs on, just in case it goes tits up. So I'm going to get my head down. I'm going to try and get some shut-eye, and then if it does kick off, at least I'll have had a couple of hours sleep or whatever. But hopefully, but the good thing is there's no midges tonight, so the stove's been on loads. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. I would say I found it hard. I mean, I kept thinking I'm going to stop now, I'm just going to pitch. I'm going to pitch. It happened more than a few times. So I'm amazed that I've done it, to be honest. So it's a good feeling, it really is. Considering there's a few times where I just nearly bailed out because of what was coming in behind me, what I could see coming in. But yeah, now I'm pitched, and time for some shut-eye. It's about 5 to 8. I've had a sleep in, so I've had about 15 hours in this tent. The wind last night, it did get up, and that's not what I got this tent for. I didn't see that in my forecast, my M-Wiz. There was water dripping over my face. I don't know whether that's got in through the vent or one of the seams needs seam gripping. Seam sealing. I had to do my wiki up 3. I gave that about 4 coats over the seams before I was happy with that one. The vent here, there's only one of them, and you can't close it, whereas on my wiki up 3 I customised it with some small carabiners, and I could set it up so I could close individual vents on that. But I mean, outside the tent looks amazing. I've been outside. I got up and I got straight out. It stopped raining, and I wanted to see what it was like outside. It's clear, but the rain's back. Cup of tea, I think, and yeah, the tent's a mess. I've absolutely rammed my face. I did some more noodles in that big pan, like left it for 15 minutes, reheated it, and it just went out. There was just noodles everywhere, went over. And I put that down to that's the optional 3 flex I'm using. So I think if I'm going to be doing what I did last night, I need to put the 4 flex back on. This is the optional 3 flex. So that 4 flex is going to be going back on, so that doesn't happen again, because there's noodles everywhere. Yeah, I'm well laid up. I laid up last night just in case the tent went, so I've got like a long sleeve t-shirt, a fleece, I've got a down jacket, a synthetic down jacket, waterproof jacket, pair of trousers on, pair of waterproofs, and that's how I went to sleep last night. Because it's an unknown, this tent, see, and it did get windy, but it's held up. It's held up. It's more than it's deep. I'm gonna say this isn't what I got it for. Like I'm only going to be bringing this out in really good forecasts, which was what was forecast. There wasn't high winds forecast yet. I got high winds last night and rain, and there's some strong gusts. It's coming in waves, this rain. Well, it was heavy last night, but it was nice, you know, laying there listening to it. I mean, I had some lucid dreaming because I was just flattened, basically. I mean, some people might say 14 and a half hours stuck inside the tent. What I like about wild camping, especially the type of camping that I'm doing, whether it be moors, fells, dales, is you don't get chicken in a basket. If I wanted chicken in a basket, then I'll just go on board and package holidays. But that's not what I'm after. I like the not knowing, quite knowing how it's going to turn out, whether I'm going to have to bail or it's going to go tits up or whatever. And it's an adventure then, you know, it is a lot of fun. I love it, mate. That's why I keep coming back for more, and always will. Always will, until I'm in a wheelchair, I think. Somebody watching there probably thinking, well, that can be arranged. So yeah, it's a really good feeling getting Rossett Pike done. So a successful wild camp, or should I say success. For me, success is from getting me fell done. So Rossett Pike done, not the algorithm, and that's why I'm not going to be spamming loads of vids up this winter. I'm not in the slightest bit interested in the algorithm. If I was putting up videos about the algorithm, that would be failure for me. Success is what I've just got done, Rossett Pike. The currency I'm after is integrity. That's the currency I'm after, and a successful wild camp, which I've just had. So what's my problem with the algorithm? I keep going on about all the time. When I think of the algorithm, I think of a great big cow pat with a swarm of human flies all over it. And as a wild camper, when I look at the content as well, is what is there to be inspired by? Absolutely nothing. The content that I do respect for the type of wild camp that I do is when I'm seeing people going up onto the mountains and getting stuff done, not sitting on the backside just doing the algorithm. There's nothing wrong with sitting on your backside. I've had 2 months of it nearly on my time off because of the weather over here and because of a chest infection and that. So I'm not having a go at people who sit on the backside. I'm just saying is that content that goes into the algorithm. It's absolutely bloody awful, to be quite honest. It's about as inspirational to me and interesting as my discarded toenail clippings. It's just absolute total crap. So yeah, my plan is to go down, I'm going to go straight down to Stonethwaite, because I don't think my legs can take me all the way back to Seathwaite over the fells, because it's too many, you know, you're going all the way down and then all the way up and all down, up, down, up, down, and I'm just going to go straight down to Stonethwaite, and I'll walk back to Seathwaite that way. Yeah, and as far as the fells, I want to say, I don't see me getting so many done this winter, because the ones I'm wanting now, they are tricky. They're not easy fells, so I need perfect forecasts, and so this is like a transition probably of me switching over to the mowers and the dales. I've got different setups and I've already planned that out. We've got the dark nights and everything, but as I've said before, I'm not spamming loads of vids up. I'll put that stuff up when I put a fell up, so there's going to be some big gaps, I think, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to be out wild camping. I'm going to be doing a lot of wild camping. Like, my motivation's there. I'm really looking forward to it. 8 o'clock, that's the 8 o'clock alarm, my last one. I set it 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'll sort that out in a minute. I've lost my thread now, I need to think about what it was. So yeah, Rossett Pike, what can I say about Rossett Pike? It is gnarly from the distance, and you'd look up and think, well, you know, you're going to get pitched nowhere, and you don't know till you get up there with your wild campers head on. And I got straight to the main cairn because the weather front was it was turning up as I turned up. I've been trying to keep ahead of it all the way from Steyard Tarn, so I had to move quick and make decisions quickly. But I could see from the cairn like a flat piece of ground, and I just thought, I'm just going for it. Then I put the tent up, and then when I looked behind it, you could see the main cairn, so I was just chuffed a bit. So because there was a few times where I was just going to bail out, but I've took an unpaid day off yesterday to do this, so it really would have peeved me off, you know. And it's going to be a struggle to get fells done going from now through till the spring, I'm sure of it. So I wanted to get this one done. Then if I'm off here, off YouTube for a while, I wanted to explain why I'm not giving up wild camping or anything. It's just the fells are getting harder, but so is the weather, and I don't want to be coming out and just destroying my kit. I want to build on the kit that I've got now. You know, I've had the solo repaired, the sand one. I've got the new top vent cover for it, so that one's it's as good as new, solar proofed and everything. But I'll talk about that one next time I bring it out. But I don't see me using that much this winter. I might give it one run out, and then it's going to be the green, me Tatty Owl green solo, double poled. Because like I said before, it's like a pit bull terrier that's been in one too many fights, but it does get the job done. And then I know that I've got the sand one, which is in like, now that I've given it some TLC, it's like a brand new sand one. That's in reserve. Keep that in reserve and put the other one through that mill till it really does drop to bits. Then I'll look at a replacement. But there is more new setups I want, which I'll probably get later on in the year as well. Some brilliant kit coming out now, absolutely, and well priced, I have to say as well. No, I'm not looking at the really expensive stuff. This was £95. £95, and it's got me through a wild camp on Rossett Pike in wind and rain. So that tells me that you don't have to spend a lot of money, but this isn't a winter tent, it's a 3 season, and I ain't planning to bring it out in wind anymore. And the rain last night, it rained, and it was so heavy, and I was thinking, like, bloody hell man, Because I would imagine that I've seen plenty of campers out and they'll be near the tarns, or if they're camping these streams, they might have had some bother last night. I would have thought, because they'll have all been overflowing. The ground at Steyr Tarn, it was just boggy as, it was horrible. Boggy, wet and stony. The ground here is superb. I mean, Rossett Pike, you know, who would have guessed that the pegs go straight in, the ground's soft, it's not boggy, and the pegs have held, all of me pegs have held. I mean, I'm so happy with this wild camp. You know, I haven't got the sun or anything, but I've got this one done. Rossett Pike done. It's my alarm again. So yeah, I'm going to call this one in. That's Rossett Pike, done, dusted. I'm off in 5 days' time. If I do come over the fells, it'll be an easier fell than this, and it'll be something I've done before, but not solo. And it'll need to be a good forecast as well. If not, then it's the moors and dales, but I will be out camping, so I'm looking forward to it. If I haven't put anything up for a while, I'm on the YouTube channel. Doesn't mean I haven't given up camping. It'll mean I'm getting a lot of camping done, which is my plan. Shit or shine. That's my motto. Shit or shine. Whether it be the moors, the dales. It won't be shit or shine up here, but that's what I'll get. Even on a good forecast.